recording, but we have 2 minutes. I couldn't hear you the last meeting. Like I said, that's here if you need it. If that
Yeah,
goes
okay.
crazy on you.
You taking pictures of the proclamation there?
Michelle will.
Okay.
It's 6 o'clock.
We'll call this meeting to order of the Kingston City Council for the regular Tuesday, October the 10th, 23 meeting. Would you please stand? And I am not Mayor Neal. He is out tonight, so I'll be filling in for him. At this time, we'd like to say our prayer, and we'll ask Councilman Gwynn to do the pledge, or do the prayer, and Councilwoman Wright do the pledge.
Our Heavenly Father, we come to you today for your support and your guidance as we make decisions that affects everybody. God, just know that we love you as you loved us, and we'll give you all praise and glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Councilmember Bradwell,
Here.
Vice Mayor Brown,
Here.
Councilmember Childs,
Here.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Here.
Councilmember Johnson,
Here.
Councilmember Wright,
Present.
Mayor Neal. We have a quorum.
We have a quorum. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next item on the agenda is approve the previous minutes. We've got 2 sets. Is there a motion to approve without reading?
I'll make a motion.
And a second.
Who was the motion and who was the second?
Councilwoman Wright made the motion. Councilman Gwynn seconded. Call the roll.
Councilmember Bradwell,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Wright,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes. At this time in our agenda is set aside for citizens' comments. Are there any persons that would like to come before the Kingston City Council? If you would, come to the podium, state your name and your address, and please limit your remarks to 3 minutes.
My name is Carolyn Bushroddy. I'm a resident of Kingston, Tennessee, and I'm very proud to be a resident. I wanted to come to the City Council tonight to express what a wonderful event we had on September the 22nd. It was a Friday for a field trip for Kingston Elementary School. And I want to give you a little bit of details, and I'm going to be very brief. On Friday, September the 22nd, a phenomenal and historical event occurred at the Southwest Point track in Kingston for a field trip for Kingston Elementary School. The event was spectacular and everyone had a fantastic time. On site that day, we had 425 students from Kingston Elementary, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, 16 U.S. Olympians, 18 teachers, several of the Roane County School Board members, and 12 volunteers, with a number of family members present. Also present was the Kingston Police Department, and this thing won't slide up. Okay. Police Department and the Kingston Parks and Recs Department. They were there on hand for security and support, and we thank them so very much. On behalf of the Hershey USA TF, which is the Hershey Run Jump Throw event, which we had, is track and field, Kingston Elementary, the Olympians, Sharifa Barksdale, who is an Olympian, our very own from Harriman, Tennessee. She now lives in Indianapolis. And all the volunteers that made this such a special day for us. It was wonderful. And I hope and pray that we can do this event in Kingston again in the near future. I just wanted to thank you. You always hear about the bad things that people do. I wanted to come, and I wanted to give my thank you because I've talked to a lot of you all. You all know me, and I appreciate Kingston so very much. It was a wonderful event, and I thank you for giving me the time.
Thank you, Ms. Bush. Ms. Bush-Roddy. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Felicia Jester. I'm from the Rhone Alliance, and I am the chamber manager. And I presented you guys with these packets. I just kind of want to review some things in this. That first sheet is showing you things that we've done this past month to promote Kingston. And for the chamber side, we did 2 ribbon cuttings, one for Sapphire Homes, which is a new company, and then we did a 50-year anniversary for Central City Heating and Air, and that was a lot of fun. And then down below, see that sponsored by tourism is the food truck rallies, and we really appreciate that you guys let it be held in Kingston, and it was well attended. They're done for the fall. They'll be back in the spring. And then, of course, the Bassmaster Tournament is there. That was a wonderful job that Kingston did. Mayor Neal is not here. I did want to thank him, but if you could pass the word, because he attended the Rockwood Marina and RV Resort to represent you guys. Their own mayor was not able to be there, but Mayor Neal and Mayor Best were both there to represent and to support them, and we appreciate that. The second sheet is lunchtime learning. October 24th, the Chamber is holding a workshop for that, and this is over preventing violence in the workplace. That is open for anyone in the community, whether they're a Chamber member or not. And then the last one that I just want to highlight in that packet is the softball tournament that the Chamber is hosting, the Rhone Chamber Clash. Kingston is the only city that does not have a softball team to be represented, just saying. Just want you guys to be aware of it. We'd love to see you sign up and join in on the fun. It's all for fun. So, anybody have any questions for me? No? Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Anybody else? At this time, we've got a couple of proclamations that we need to do. And council, if you would, join me in the whale so we can get a picture of all the members of the council. as we present
Oh, I
these.
knew you would do that.
In the whale, he said.
Whereas Not Without a Bed is a program run by Family Promise, which these folks are associated with. It raises awareness about family homelessness. And whereas homelessness is a crisis that affects more than 2 million children in this country every year. And whereas family homelessness is an invisible crisis where 1 in 19 children experience homelessness before entering the first grade and are at increased risk of academic failure and physical and mental health issues. And whereas Family Promise is a national nonprofit addressing the crisis of family homelessness by keeping families together and providing resources and supports that tackle all the issues that can lead to poverty and homelessness. And whereas the City of Kingston is committed to creating awareness of family homelessness in our community and brainstorm needed solutions. Now, therefore, I, Timothy F. Neal, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Kingston, do hereby proclaim October the 21st, 2023 as National Without a Bed Day. Thank you so much. Let's smile and get a picture of it. Okay, okay. The next one is for National Family Literacy Day. Ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening. Did y'all rest out on the bench for that?
Yeah.
Comfortable bench?
Yes.
And this one states, whereas National Family Literacy Day, established by the 103rd Congress in 1994, and now marking the 29th anniversary on November 1st of 2023, highlights the importance of reading and learning from the entire family and emphasize the impact that parents have on their child's learning. And whereas this day is celebrated across America each year and focuses on special activities and events that showcase the importance of family literacy programs that empower families and build a nation of readers. And whereas literacy programs across the United States will observe National Family Literacy Day, be holding readathons, book drives, workshops, and family activities at schools, libraries, and community centers to encourage literacy. And whereas as many as 1 in 6 adults struggle with reading and writing, and by learning to read, individuals can gain self-respect and confidence and strive toward goals that otherwise would not be achievable. And whereas the National Society of Daughters of American Revolution is a non-profit, non-political, voluntary women's service organization dedicated to promoting patriotism, preserving American history, and securing American future through better education for children and adults. And whereas education being one of the cornerstones of the National Society of Daughters of the Revolution, the city of Kingston is committed to increasing literacy by promoting and supporting these programs. Now therefore, I, Timothy F. Neal, by virtue of the authority vested in the mayor of the city of Kingston, do hereby proclaim that November the 1st, 2023 shall be designated as National Family Literacy Day. Thank you so much. Oh, there's one more.
She was supposed to be here, and she's now done.
Council, thank you. Next item on the agenda is reports by mayor or council. Councilman Bradwell. Councilman Childs. Councilman Gwynn. Council Lady Johnson.
No, sir.
Councilwoman Wright.
I would just like to take this moment to once again thank you to police and fire and Parks and Rec and all these city employees that helped made the Bassmaster Opens tournament last month possible. Not only did we get national coverage out of it, but they also replayed the event several times over the week on FS1. We don't have the numbers back from Rhone Alliance on the survey, but I will tell you that the YouTube videos that Bassmaster posted online have, as of today, around 30,000 views. So we got a lot of eyeballs on Watts Bar, Roane County, and the city of Kingston, and I look forward to the next event. And that's all I have.
And on behalf of council and the mayor, we appreciate you and all your efforts that you did to help on this. I know that behind the scenes that you were working hard, and I know that the city manager and all the city staff and the Parks and Rec and the chamber and everybody else and all the sponsors, they did a good job. I hope we can get them back. City Manager's Report, Mr. David Boland.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I'll say first of all, in regards to what the Alliance talked about, I have offered to play softball. I just don't have any teammates. So if anybody is interested, let me know and we'll put a team together, but I have volunteered. Just a few things here in addition to my written report. The interstate lighting at exit 352, those are scheduled to be delivered next week. Once they arrive, REU will be scheduling that work. Hopefully we'll get that done within a month after they get here. I'll update you once I have a firm date on that, but progress is moving, so we'll be glad to get that going. Also, the new lights for the parking lot are in, and RU says they may be here to install those as early as next week. Obviously, they've been very busy, and we understand that, but 2 projects will be happy to get behind us. I met last week with the department heads, put the final touches on our revised personnel policy. Hopefully we'll have a final draft of that ready for you at the November workshop. So making a few last touches to that, but that should be coming. The only other thing I have, I'll just give you an update on the Lad Park ARC project. Topographical survey has been ordered. Hopefully that will be completed by the end of the month, and then we'll be moving forward from there. So finally getting a little bit of movement on that project, and I think that's all I have unless you have any questions.
Any questions from council? Okay, thank you, Mr. Boland. The next item is additional items adding to the agenda that we may have received. I did not receive any. Item 8, unfinished business. Consider ordinance number 23091201, an ordinance to amend the annual budget for the city of Kingston, Tennessee for the fiscal year of 2023 and 2024. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Councilwoman Wright.
Nothing, sir.
Councilman
Nothing,
Gwynn.
sir.
Any other questions or comments or discussion? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Bradwell,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Wright,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Ordinance is adopted, yes. Under number 9, new business, consideration to approve a purchase in the amount not to exceed $15,000 for the purchase of new firearms for the Kingston Police Department. What's the will of the council?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Childs? Councilman Gwynn? Anybody else? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Bradwell,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Wright,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes, it's adopted. B, consideration of resolution 2310-1001, a resolution calling for a public hearing on the proposed annexation of territory into the city of Kingston by owner consent and approving a plan of service for 1190 Galahad Road, Rome County Tax Map 049G, Group A, Partial 001.06. Is there a motion to approve and
I'll make the motion.
is there a second?
Second.
Councilwoman Wright.
This measure passed unanimously through Planning Commission.
Nothing.
Councilman Childs. Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Bradwell,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Wright,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes,
6-0.
motion carries, and we'll set the public hearing for before the next
November 14th.
November meeting.
November 14th.
14th,
what?
she said.
14.
14th. Item C, consideration to authorize the city attorney to pursue legal action against the owner of 500 North Kentucky Street for multiple codes violations.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Councilwoman Wright, any discussion?
Nothing, sir.
Council Johnson?
Nope.
Anyone else? If you'll notice that the things from Mr. Cofer where I guess we had to start the process again because they're dated July the 5th and August the 23rd. So they've had to start that process again because I'm assuming that those had expired. We've been going through this for several years. Any other discussions? Mr. Attorney or Mr. Manager, y'all have anything? Okay. Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Bradwell,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Wright,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes, motion carries. Nothing further to come before this meeting. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor say aye, all opposed say nay. This meeting is adjourned. We'll go straight into the beer board. Call the roll.
Member Bradwell,
Here.
Vice Chair Brown,
Yes, here.
Member Childs,
Yes.
Member
Here.
Gwynn,
Yes, here.
Member Johnson,
Present.
Member Wright,
Present.
Chairman Neal. Have a quorum.
With a quorum present, is there a motion to approve the minutes without reading?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Nothing, sir.
Any other discussion? Call the roll.
Member Bradwell,
Yes.
Member Childs,
Yes.
Member Gwynn,
Yes.
Member Johnson,
Yes.
Member Wright,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brown.
Yes, no further business come before the beer board. This meeting's adjourned. We'll go straight into the water, wastewater, and sewer. And water. Call the roll.
Member Bradwell,
Here.
Vice Chair Brown,
Yes, present.
Member Childs,
Here.
Member Gwynn,
Here.
Member Johnson,
Present.
Member Wright,
Present.
Chairman Neal. We have a quorum.
Is there a motion to approve the previous minutes?
I'll make the motion.
I second.
Everybody motioned, everybody seconded. Any discussion?
No.
Call the roll.
Member Bradwell,
Yes.
Member Childs,
Here.
Is this
Yes.
here or yes?
Member Gwynn,
Yes.
Member Johnson,
Yes.
Member Wright,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brown.
Yes, they are approved. We set aside time at the water board also for anyone who wants to address the water board. If you would, come in, state your name and your address. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Mr. Maddox.
Mr. Brown, Dickie Maddox, 155 Old Johnson Valley Road. Y'all probably all know what I'm here about, so maybe Board Member Gwynn, since this all started before he was on board. I was just wondering where we're at, because I know there was a 6-month moratorium put on, the rates and everything for sewage non-users as myself, so as far as I know, there's not been any public discussion on that, because the meetings I haven't been here, I went back and watched the videos, so as far as I know, we're down to, I think, December, couple months, so I was just kind of looking to see what the plan is in place as far as moving forward, as far as any discussion, or even if there's going to be any discussion on that or not, so I'm just kind of here to see where we're at, so.
Mr. Chairman, or Mr. Vice Chairman, excuse me. In talking, some conversations have come up both with TAUD and the Comptroller's office, and we think there's a possibility that this matter could come up in the legislature next year. So I was actually going to come to you. I know the moratorium, I believe, was set to expire in December. I was going to come to you next month with a recommendation that we extend that until we see what direction, if any, the legislature goes. Hate for us to take some sort of action, then have to go back and reverse it again. So going to come forward next month. That'll be my recommendation, that maybe we extend it another 3 or 6 months, whatever, to get us through at least through the legislative cycle, find out what their intention is.
Does that help you, Mr. Maddox?
That's fine with me. I was just kind of wanting
We'll
to
make
know
sure that you're notified when we
where we were at with it.
when we start. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Utility Director's report.
I really don't have anything tonight. Just wanted to let y'all know Lad Landing Tank is now complete, back in service. We're in the process of getting Morrison Hill done. They're working on it right now. As of today, there's a possibility that they could turn that back over to us late tomorrow afternoon, maybe early Thursday morning. So that project's going very well. Other than that, that's all I have, unless y'all have any questions for me.
Anybody? What all are you doing to the tanks?
Reseal and rehabbing in interiors of them.
Any other questions for the director? Mr. Bowen, you got anything to add? Next item's new business. Under A,
Thank you.
consideration to authorize the purchase of 2 Ford F-150 trucks at the state bid pricing of $93,868 and no cents. What's the will of the board?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion? Councilwoman?
Nothing, sir.
Councilman?
Nothing, sir.
Anybody else? Call the roll.
Member Bradwell,
Yes.
Member Childs,
Yes.
Member Gwynn,
Yes.
Member Johnson,
Yes.
Member Wright,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brown.
Yes.
6 ayes.
Nothing else on the agenda and nothing come before the board. This meeting is adjourned.